My name is Heather Korn, and I am from I'm from Beatrice. That's where I was born and raised. I have lived in Nebraska off and on for good chunks of time. I was born here. I went to high school in Beatrice, and then I went to Iowa to go to music school for a while, and I lived in different places around the United States. My family actually has been here from the earliest days of the settlement of Nebraska. So my dad's side came here after the Civil War. Several branches of his family, and my mom's side came here in the 40s to work on the railroad down in Wymore. And then I also have some immigrant grandparents that came and settled as pioneers to Gage County. So a lot of my roots are deep in Gage County, and so that's kind of how I got into this. Untold history stuff is that I was starting to research my family tree. A lot of these stories maybe have been told, but maybe they haven't been told for 100 years. Or people just want to have a chance to talk about their own family history or their own stories or what they know. So that's kind of where it all came from. And it's kind of just growing on its own in its own special way. So I mean, that's really how I got into this and where it comes from. I really like to dig into the nooks and crannies of stuff, and go down little rabbit holes and find the stuff that maybe people don't really know about as much as the more known history. Gosh, I do love, there's a lot of stuff I really love. If you go into the Library of Congress or into the National Archives, a lot of things that you can find there are really amazing. I love the Farm Security Administration photos of the Dust Bowl times in Nebraska. Those are great. I love the early photos of the 1900s of the town scenes that don't look anything like that anymore. I love seeing those. But I also love seeing the family photos and the old houses, and I just really love it all. It's not that I can't say I have a favorite thing. Southeast Nebraska covers a really large region. So we have a lot of towns and a lot of people and a lot of history there. And so I'm looking for things, quite often. So I've got a big list of things that I am going to be reading next in the recording studio, reading and posting onto the webpage, and then putting those into a format of a podcast. And I try to touch on different locations every day, so that everybody that's following it can find something they know. And most people that have roots in Southeast Nebraska don't just have roots in one county, so they may have different ancestors that lived in different areas all in the same region. So a lot of people really may find that interesting or even helpful in their family tree search. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we do have for instance, a lot of suffragettes that were active in our area, like Clara Colby and Beatrice. And we do have a huge suffragette history for the women's right to vote here in Southeast Nebraska. So that is a really great history, and it's a little bit untold. Maybe people aren't so knowledgeable about that, but we do have a really great roots in that history as well.